Can I get a roll call?
Here.
Trustee Cho,
Here.
Vice President Walker,
Here.
President Gallegos.
Here. Unless there are any changes, would someone like to make a motion to approve the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes as presented, please?
Yep. Motion to approve all minutes on items for A, B, C, and D.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Moving on to recognitions and commendations. Our Employee of the Year recognition, Ms. Dana Lujan.
Good evening, everyone. This evening, it brings me immense pleasure to recognize Mary Ann Paul as the Martha Mead Certificated Employee of the Year for Westmore High School. Mary Ann started with us as a student teacher at Westmore in the spring of 1996, and by the fall of that same year, she started as a teacher with our district. She is deeply respected by her peers at Westmore and across the district. Whenever someone needs guidance with sports, coaches, or athletics, every department in the district office has the exact same response, which is ask Mary Ann. The honor bestowed upon Mary Ann this evening is well-deserved. Many congratulations to you. Mary Ann, at this time, I'd love to welcome you up. You are invited to make comments if you'd like, but you don't have to unless you want to. It's more so also you can receive comments from our trustees. Yeah, you go here. I'm going to go over here. You're the center of attention right now. You don't have to.
I just wanted to say thank you for this honor. It was a surprise and a shock, something I don't really expected, I said. But I do want to thank the board and I want to thank the district office for hiring me way back in 1996 and starting my career at Jefferson. So I thank Mr. McClanahan then, and then transferring over to Westmore in 99 under Dick Morosi, and then all the principals I've gone through, so I thank them all. I do want to thank my college mentor, Fred Glosser, who actually got me into teaching PE. So I would like to thank him. I'd also like to thank our department, our PE department. Anthony Mattelli is here tonight to represent them, so thank you very much. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family, especially my children. Two of my daughters are here and my son, I believe, is on video call. I'm not sure, but I'd like to thank them for putting up with me all these times, and especially when I am working long hours. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd like to open it up to the board for comment.
Mary Ann, congratulations, and well timed so that you can individually receive this award. But well done. Thank you so much for your many, many years of service as well. And this is a fantastic honor for you. And we're very happy that you've received this award, and especially, also grateful for your colleagues for recognizing you as well.
Thank you amazingly for all you do. And without a doubt, I think those are the best recognitions when you're not expecting it, right? It means you didn't ask for it. Your peers just saw that you were doing something outstanding and amazing. You make our job up here, and I always say that when you guys get recognized, just a little bit easier, right? Because without you, we are failing. So thank you for all you do.
A couple careers ago, in 1996, I was a brand new teacher, brand new math teacher. And because of that, I commend you for sticking it out instead of running away like I did. Thanks for continuing to make the district special. And congratulations.
You said Mr. McClanahan earlier, and I was at Jeff in those early 90s, and that name, when you said that, brought back a lot of memories pretty instantaneously. So thanks for that. But also thank you for, everything that you've done and all your hard work through the years for the district, for the kids. You know, it means a lot, I think, to us, of course, but also to the kids and the people that you've helped along the way. And it's nice to be recognized like this, and it's an honor for us to be able to recognize you like this. And I know your kids are proud of you, and the people around you that have supported you through the years are really proud of you. And it's just a cool way to be able to be recognized for all the hard work that you've done. So thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's my turn. No, it's all good. I just want to, so I always go last. So, but I really want to say, Marianne, it's when we said that people bring your name up and say, well, let's ask Marianne or Marianne. Honestly, you are the go-to. Like, you really are the person we know. Well, can we do this? Well, let's ask Marianne. You really do stand out. So I'm so pleased that your peers have recognized you in this way. I will also say that I've only worked in the district for 7 years now, but many times I will just be out in life and people will say, oh, Marianne Paul, I think you coached my niece in volleyball. Like, there's so many connections to the world because you're very involved in your community, giving of your time and giving of yourself to others. And so it's not infrequent that your name will come up and, oh, yeah, and Westmore, she works at Westmore. And you really represent Westmore in our district beautifully. You're the kind of person that we are so proud of out in the world. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Marianne. All right, let's go.
Take a photo?
Yeah. Should we? Andy? Take a quick photo? Yeah, we'll come down and take a picture with you.
Are we just on the left side of the light?
Yeah, we'll just make sure Jerome is on the other side.
We're just trying to get this right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. There's no light on the forehead.
Look at first.
We can both.
Both, it's fine.
Yeah. One.
Wait 1 second. Cool. Right.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
You guys are free to go if you'd like.
It's going to be an exciting meeting. You may want to stay.
Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming.
You too. You too. All right. Moving on. Communications. Board report. Start with Andy.
Yeah, wow, that was quick. Wasn't quite ready. So today I had the chance to go to the budget workshop that was hosted by Capital Advisors and CSBA over at the County Office of Ed. So it was good to really get a sense of where the budget, California state budget, and also the funding for education looks like coming out of the May revision, and as well as what they're looking at for next year. So numbers are, they are what they are. It's the stuff that we've kind of seen, but it was good to sort of hear it from them very specifically. It also is one of those things that makes me grateful that we are a community funded district and that we are not LCFF funded, because when I saw some of our colleagues in LCFF districts, and you can kind of see their concerns with what the numbers look like. Separately, I've past couple of meetings, I've mentioned Assembly Bill 1021, which is for an educator workforce housing bill in the Assembly that will streamline this type of work even further. I've had the opportunity on 2 occasions to speak up in Sacramento on behalf of this bill, representing CSBA, who is a sponsor of the bill, where, for example, school districts that are looking to build should have up to 40 units per acre. It also would streamline CEQA, or actually eliminate CEQA requirements for infill developments on school district property. So a lot of really good things in the bill. Happy to say that just 2 days ago, it passed the Assembly overwhelmingly on a 62-3 vote. So it's moving on to the Senate. So pretty happy to see that that's moving on. And then there's a second bill, AB 1381, which would create a revolving loan fund for school districts that are interested in doing this type of work. And that also passed the Assembly unanimously, 79-0. So pretty excited that a couple of bills that can actually help school districts do the work that we've done have gone on, and hopefully they will get through the Senate over the next couple of months. So that's all I've got.
Thank you, Andy.
Well, hold on a second. I just remembered also, with all the rasp of graduations over the past 2 weeks. What's the matter with me? I had the opportunity to attend 5 different ceremonies, starting with the Bridge program, which was really very cool just to see the 7 students, such a tight cohort of individuals who really just enjoyed being with each other, and so grateful that all of them could graduate together. And then that evening, being able to attend the middle college ceremony, knowing that there were about 20 of our students who graduated with that group of 50 students, and seeing how so many of them completed such a large number of college credits in addition to their high school diploma. Then the next day I was at Terra Nova for their graduation, then Friday at Westmore, and last week at Oceana. So I think it's the most number of ceremonies I've done in any given time period, but I was really happy to attend all of them. It's fun to see the joy of the students and the families, and knowing that we continue to make a difference in the lives of so many of these young people.
Yeah, not trying to follow that. Not much to report. I did go to the Jefferson High School graduation. So my first graduation within a school district, being a board member, was really kind of a deja vu to like when I was a student. So it was kind of weird to be the person that's sitting up there now shaking hands. We had to be swapping positions, shaking hands. But it was just really, really humbling to be there and have that experience, and to see just like, ambition and hope and excitement in this young people that as a district have really set up for success in the future. So like, I couldn't be more proud of all the work we're doing. So yeah, it's cool.
Thank you, Marty.
I have nothing to report at this time.
All right, thank you, Charette. For myself, let's see. Well, I did grab a bunch of graduations myself. I did 3 of them, Thornton, Westmore with Andy, and then I attended the ATP graduation the other day. And if you guys are looking for some happy tears and some good vibes and good feelings, that is the place to be, let me tell you. That was a really cool celebration, and lots of laughs there and lots of smiles and some teary eyes. So that was fun. Other than that, just busy with life. So I'll turn it over to Ms. Tony Presta.
Thank you. I'm going to just sort of echo. I kept saying, I think I've been to about 10 graduations, and I just wrote them down, and it's only 8. But the last 2 weeks have been, it's just wonderful to attend our graduations. So we started with Thornton, then it was Bridge program for our newcomers. Went to Skyline, to our middle college, to the middle college graduation. It was great to see that our middle college students graduated both at middle college and also at their high schools that they started at. Miss Baca was with us there too. Jefferson High School, I ran from Jefferson to Terra Nova on the same afternoon. And then adult transition, adult school, and Westmore High School. And I really feel it's important for the superintendent to attend all of the graduations, so I do my best to do that. And each graduation has each school and each program has a different flavor, and they're all really wonderful. And I don't think I've cried so much in a long time. Just such, oh, I left Oceana off of the list actually. So it was 9, not, I knew it was near 10. But I honestly, each is very moving in different ways. There's, musical performances, there's poetry readings, there's just everything you could ask for. And then speeches from students that are really thought provoking and really awesome. And so I am very proud of our school district, and I'm very proud of our students and the staff who afford our students the opportunities that they have. So that's what I've been doing with most of my time for the last couple of weeks. This week is the first week where students aren't here. And usually I'm sort of shell-shocked and decompressing these days, but actually I feel like really productive. We've had Ms. Baca and I have done some planning along with Ms. Robinson for curriculum and instruction next year. Executive cabinet we met today, kind of rethinking some of the meeting structures we have. And so I feel like we're already sort of like, okay, 25, 26. So it's a good feeling. That's it for me.
Thank you, Ms. Presta. And thank you for making yourself so visible to all of our students and to all the staff at all the schools. I know it means a lot to them for you to be there and show face and celebrate with them. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Are there any board committee reports?
Yes, yesterday we had the Daly City Youth Health Center. We actually met here yesterday. For our on-site meeting, and the main focus was just, really kind of narrowing down now to the new name and brand of what the center is going to be called. So I'm happy to report that we've narrowed down to 3 now. And then that has to go to a focus group with the students who are going to be the actual consumers of this, a lot of services provided here. So hopefully by the fall, we should have a name, but then also using that as an opportunity to potentially raise more awareness about the center, potentially raise more funding. So as a nonprofit, they're always looking for more money. So if you got deep pockets, donate. It's tax-free, don't cost anything.
Thank you, Marty. Moving on to 6D, I don't see Monica. Is anybody speaking on behalf of Monica tonight? No. All right. Now we'll be moving on then to, let's see, consent agenda items. Unless there's any items on the consent that need to be discussed or removed, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Moving on to item number 9, public comment. Is there any public comment tonight? All right. No public comment. Moving on to 10A, education services. Let me get to that. Career technical education update, and that's going to be Ms. Corrine Baca.
Good evening, President Gallegos. Good evening, members of the board. This evening, I would like to welcome Christina Lewis and Denise Shreve, who will be presenting updates on the Career Technical Education Program.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to share updates and future plans for the Career Technical Education Department at JUHSD. Tonight, Christina and I will walk you through the impact CTE is having across our district and outline where we're headed next. Oh, do we have the clicker? Okay.
So let's start with the basics. Career Technical Education, or CTE, provides students with academic knowledge and technical skills to succeed in both college and career. These programs build lifelong learners and help students make real-world connections in the classroom. What is a CTE pathway? A CTE pathway is a series of 2 or more related courses within an industry sector. These courses go beyond electives. They're strategically designed to build hands-on, practical, and industry-aligned skills. Why should students participate? CTE Pathways allows students to explore areas of interest and prepare for the future. Pathway completers finish with a C or better, experience at least one semester of dual enrollment, and often complete internships or work-based learning, all while building career readiness. College Career Indicator. CTE completion directly supports the College Career Indicator on the California dashboard. For students to be marked prepared, they must meet criteria like dual enrollment, state assessments, or CTE pathway completion. So our work here is essential to post-secondary success.
So I'm going to talk to, actually, we're going to share this a little bit. We're going to talk to you about the different at school sites and the different pathways they offer and whether they're A through G compliant, they are dual enrolled, and what industry certifications they have. So we're going to start off with Jefferson, and how we've set this up is you can see all of the pathways that are offered at Jefferson. So they have 5 pathways: performing arts, dance, digital arts, engineering, food service, hospitality, and health science focused with patient care. All 4 of the courses are A through G. The only one that's not is health science patient care, but we'll be submitting that this month. And so anything in red is in progress or for the next school year. And then almost all of the courses at Jefferson are dual enrolled outside of hospitality and patient care, but fingers crossed, patient care will be dual enrolled in 25-26. It's in progress right now with Kenyatta College. And they all offer or will be offering an industry certification for students when they go through the program. And I'd like to give a separate shout out to Miss Lewis, because her work with dual enrollment and industry and finding industry certifications is really what's made it happen this year. And she is connected to our teachers and our community colleges and done deep dive searches on the internet to find the right industry certification. So I really want to applaud her, because you will see all the red on these spreadsheets of things that are either in progress or happening next year. And it's really thanks to her hard work.
Thank you. Over at Westmore, we have residential commercial construction, business finance. We're going to be starting our capstone class over at Westmore. So it is our newest one over there. So we don't yet have certification. It's difficult to find them for finance, but we are going to be dual enrolling that next year. Fashion design is very successful. IT, computer science, we're also going to start dual enrolling with Skyline next year. Automotive is already dual enrolled, and digital arts will have its first capstone class next year. And that's another one we're trying. It might be dual enrolled next year. And we're working on certifications there as well. We're still looking at some to make sure that we have the right expertise and experience that's going into them. Our computer science teachers are looking at AWS, Amazon certification, and fashion. We're still looking in there, but we are going to be growing our certifications. In digital arts, going to be doing some PA, production assistant, behind the scenes film stuff there, and also getting all of those courses A through G next year.
May I ask a question for either the board or the viewing audience? Can you just explain to us, you mentioned a couple times our capstone class. I also know concentrator. Can you just explain that?
Yeah,
sure. Thank you.
So a couple slides ago, when Christina mentioned that, or Ms. Lewis mentioned that CTE pathway is 2 sequences. So the first year in a sequence is known as a concentrator course, and the second year in the sequence is known as a capstone. And in order for a student to become a CTE completer, that's another terminology that is used. It's when a student has completed both years in the pathway. And that is what the state of California looks at, is when we report through CalPADS, they're looking to see how many CTE completers we have. And you have to have a C- or better to be considered a completer. And I keep going backwards. At Terra Nova High School, we have our 4 pathways. We have journalism, drama, theater production, and wood tech. Unfortunately, we don't have, none of those courses are dual enrolled. It really has to do with our teachers don't meet the minimum qualifications to teach at the community college level. And we are working with our community colleges to find maybe a teacher on their level that can come and co-teach and have that model, but it's really challenging to find that. So we are in constant conversation with our community college district. We have found certifications for our drama and theater production. There's a theater safety certification, and then our woodshop program already did it this year. They were our pilot program of the OSHA 10, and it was very successful there. Students, once they completed it, they received a card that it's a lifetime OSHA 10, and so students had a lot of pride once they completed it. So they stood with their little card and smiled and took a picture. So it was great. And the only course there that is not UC A through G approved is the woodshop, and it will be. And they are doing a slow transition over to the residential construction program that's currently at Westmore. So we're switching from a traditional woodshop to commercial residential construction.
And over at Oceana, we have culinary with our food service and hospitality pathway, and we have computer science over there. Both of those classes are dual enrolled. They're very successful. They're growing every year, as small as the school it is. And we're going to be expanding our ServSafe to include the manager's license and also the guest service gold. And again, we're still working on certification for computer science, but we're happy at how much it's been growing over at Oceana.
So now here comes the fun part. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about our funding. Career Tech Ed is heavily grant funded. We currently have 9 grants that we are running this school year and next school year. Our primary grant funding comes from the California Technical Education Incentive Grant, otherwise known as CTIG. It's from the state of California. And below you can see that it covers CTE sections at each site, a portion of Ms. Lewis's salary. It also covers CTE professional development, conferences, equipment, materials, all of those things. And then Perkins is our federal funding, which, yay, we received last week that we are receiving it. So it's there. And we use those funds for field trips, FBLA, which is our Future Business Leaders of America organization, for them to travel and go to conferences, and for the students to present. That's students attending those conferences, and our field trip transportations and our industry certifications, such as ServSafe, the OSHA 10. And then we have our Strong Workforce Funds. Round 6 is a consortium grant with the County Office of Education, and that is funding our portfolio work and our advisory boards. And then we at Jefferson Union also have a Strong Workforce grant that started a little bit this spring, but that just got us going with the platform that we're going to be using to track all our data. It really is being implemented next year, and it's going to be along with CTIG supporting what we are calling our industry experts. So we are going to be having industry experts come into our classrooms and support our teachers. So they will have another person in there to mentor students, to provide feedbacks on projects to students, and give real world criteria into the classroom and feedback not only to the students, but the teachers, to make sure that we are meeting industry standards. And then we have our CCAP grants and our Golden State Pathway Programs grants. I'm going to put those two together because the goal of both of those, CCAP is through our community colleges and Golden State Pathway is through the state of California, but they both are about work and dual enrollment and getting early college credits to our high school students. And so it focuses on marketing our video, creating marketing videos, dual enrollment classes, the work that goes into that, and making sure that our course of studies are aligned to our community colleges, and then the materials, if we need to supplement any materials, to make sure that we are meeting the criteria at the community college level. And just one comment. In total, we're managing over $1 million in grant funding to ensure high quality, equitable programming across our sites.
All right, this school year, our team organized 36 field trips, 23 guest speaker events, 5 work-based learning programs, and 3 campus career tours. Events like our Paths to Success brought Jefferson Elementary School District 8th graders into our CTE programs. Next year, we will be expanding this outreach to our middle schools in the Pacifica School District and investigating how we can include Bayshore and Brisbane districts as well. The Next Step events celebrated CTE completers preparing to transition to college or career. And
so we want to take a look at the data, or we want you guys to take a look at the data. We know the data. You will see here's just an overview. We wanted to show it on a line graph for you. We have a table with the real numbers, but we just wanted to give you a line graph of our concentrator. Those first year students are the pink top line. And as you can see, we have steadily increased every year except for in 22-23. And we were like, what happened that year? And we looked a little more, and it was when a pathway at Westmore went away for a year. And so we had a whole loss of concentrator students, and then there was a decrease in one of our other pathways. So that was accounted for that drop, but then it just picked right back up. We added those back in. And if you look at the capstone classes, that green line, you can see that it is continually increased each year. So we're very proud of that, and that the word is getting out there that it's not just about taking that 1 year graduation requirement, that the students are interested in learning and wanting to take that second year. And then here's another bar graph that shows it by school campus. So Jefferson is blue, Westmore is green, Terra Nova orange, and Oceana red. And it, the biggest thing I want to explain is you can see at Westmore, there's a large number of concentrator students in that first bar graph. And then if you go down to the capstone, they have a lower number than Jefferson. And that's because they have added this year business and digital arts. So they only have concentrator students. Next year, you'll see that shift and it'll go up. And then Christina and I were surprised about the dual enrollment, that both Westmore and Jefferson have the same amount of dual enrollment students. We thought Jefferson was going to have more. So that was nice to see, because it's in years past primarily been Jefferson that's dual enrolled. So I'm really nice. It's good to see that it's shifting over to both schools now. And then Oceana's on there as well. And then here it is in a table format, so you get the raw data and the real numbers. You can see, since I didn't want to put the last 7 years that we've been collecting data, but here's the last 4, and you can see we've gone from 218 students completing our pathways to 356 this past year. So a nice large jump, and that also is attributed to the fact that Westmore has expanded to a 7-period day, and that Jefferson's on the 4x4 schedule. It opens it up and allows students to complete the pathways. We also like to look at, are our students with disabilities, students learning English, or socioeconomically disadvantaged students enrolling in our second year? Are we supporting them enough in that first year program that they feel confident enough to enroll in the second year? And we've been working really hard on this, and you can see, and if you look at our students learning English, how it has steadily increased, but this past year we saw a large jump, and I want to attribute that to all the work our teachers have been doing in this area. over the last 3 years, we put a lot of supports in place for our students learning English. And today we had a professional development for our teachers to focus on students with disabilities. So we can see that same jump in that category as well. And if you look at socioeconomically disadvantaged, we are hitting our mark. We are definitely serving our students. And our goal is always to serve all of our students in our classrooms. And lastly, this is just a bar graph of that data, so you can see it in a different format visually.
Okay, I get the fun stuff. So these are some of the amazing things that we have done this year. We had students go to Berkeley, San Francisco City College, Academy of Art, Kenyatta, and Skyline to see a bunch of different types of events and get hands-on activities. Our teachers and staff participated in a few different professional developments, including Educating for Careers. Joel Bruxford, Dave Disegard, and I did a lot of work on electric vehicles and clean energy and trying to plan for the future of how to transition our diesel automotive classes over to EV. And it is quite a hurdle, but we are 1 foot over that hurdle, and it's been a very enlightening experience. And what else have we done? We've done some amazing CTE field trips. Thanks in huge part to our CTE assistant, Karina Gamaz, who does everything with the transporting doing all the phone calls with the bus garage, calling these people, buying the tickets, arranging 200 kids to get permission slips. So we've done so many amazing field trips. I wish I had more pictures, but these are just some. Bright Text Fabrics, American Medical Response, where our students got into the ambulances and got to do some basic life-saving skills. San Francisco MoMA, Bridge Good. We've done a lot of stuff with the electrical trade union this year, and really all of our pathways did field trips this year, and all of our kids got to have some work-based learning experience. Our capstone kids, those are our students. Those are the ones who have completed their second year. They are required to then present their skills and what they've learned to an audience. So these are our students. This is pictures from Westmore and Jefferson. Oh no, we have Terra Nova down there. And Osh does something a little different. We're working with them to make it even bigger. But here you can see our students showing off their skills, presenting to the public their resumes, their